a world of leisure and British style. All with Cunard's White Star service.
Certified financial planner professionals are proud to support PBS NewsHour. CFP professionals are committed to acting in their clients' best interest. More information at letsmakeaplan.org.
Carnegie Corporation of New York, working to reduce political polarization through philanthropic support for education, democracy, and peace. More information at carnegie.org. And with the ongoing support of these individuals and institutions. And friends of the NewsHour, including Leonard and Norma Chlorfine, and the Judy and Peter Bloom Kovler Foundation. And with the ongoing support of these institutions. And friends of the NewsHour. This program was made possible by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting and by contributions to your PBS station from viewers like you. Thank you. This is PBS NewsHour West from the David M. Rubenstein Studio at WETA in Washington and from our bureau at the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism at Arizona State University.
You're watching PBS.
It's wild, natural, it's historic, it's spiritual, it's a home.
I don't have no other place to be, no other place you can call it home.
When she grows up, I want Jude to have a place that she call home.
It's really important for AAPI stories to be told. We are often underrepresented, misrepresented.
It's important for us to make sure that our own perspective is being told.
Without stories, there can't be change.
When we search for who we are.
It's so amazing to find out the family history I never knew.
And our place in the world.
That's what we're trying to preserve. That sense of identity and belonging.
I started to learn who am I.
When the journey.
This was the beginning of our journey to seek the American dream.
Brings us home.
I feel like there's so much opportunity now to share our stories.
The versions of the truth that are often left out.
Just getting those stories out there, that can be a very powerful thing.
World. Breaking through.
Mazoeano, nyengo na vula vyose vikuma na zankani ya climate change.
Like the world is still going on and you have to look after it. climate change. We see it more as a political agenda.
The
Ants and the Grasshopper on Doc World. Watch on World and YouTube.
Hello everyone and welcome to Amanpour Company. Here is what's coming up. 2 Israeli embassy staff are shot dead in Washington, D.C. We bring you the details. Then, another Oval Office ambush. This time, Trump aims at South Africa's President Cyril Ramaphosa. I speak exclusively to the country's Foreign Minister, Ronald Lamola. He was in the room. Plus, as Israel's Prime Minister Netanyahu vows to control all of Gaza, the United Nations humanitarian chief, Tom Fletcher, tells me about the desperate situation for Palestinians there. Also ahead, Hari Srinivasan speaks to New York Times investigative reporter Kate Kelly about the issues plaguing American air travel and possible solutions.
Amanpour Company is made possible by the Anderson Family Endowment, Jim Atwood and Leslie Williams, Candace King Weir, the Sylvia A. and Simon B. Poita Programming Endowment to Fight Anti-Semitism, the Family Foundation of Layla and Mickey Strauss, Mark J. Bleschner, the Philemon M. D'Agostino Foundation, Seton J. Melvin, the Peter G. Peterson and Joan Gantz Cooney Fund, Charles Rosenblum, Koo and Patricia Ewan, committed to bridging cultural differences in our communities, Barbara Hope Zuckerberg, Jeffrey Katz and Beth Rogers, and by contributions to your PBS station from viewers like you. Thank you.
Welcome to the program, everyone. I'm Christiane Amanpour in London. Officials from around the world are condemning the killing of 2 Israeli embassy staff in Washington, D.C. Yaron Leshinsky and Sarah Milgram were shot dead outside the Capitol Jewish Museum, where the American Jewish Committee was hosting an event. Israel's ambassador to the United States says the pair were, quote, a young couple about to be engaged. Police have identified the suspect as 30-year-old Elias Rodriguez from Chicago. This eyewitness video appears to show the suspect being detained while yelling, "Free Palestine." The attack comes at a time of heightened threats towards Israeli embassies globally and a global rise in anti-Semitism. All of this amid outrage over the country's conduct in Gaza ever since the horrors of October 7th. Alex Marquardt is in Washington with more. Alex, what is the very latest on the investigation or the situation where you are?
Well, Christian, the ambassador to the United States of Israel has just finished a press conference here at the Capitol Jewish Museum. He said that Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and the American President Donald Trump spoke just moments ago. He talked a little bit about the couple that was gunned down last night, saying that they were a beautiful couple. He talked about their roles at the embassy. But in terms of the investigation, what we're hearing is that Elias Rodriguez, the 30-year-old suspect from Chicago, he is expected in federal court later today, so this afternoon on Thursday. It is unclear right now what the charges are going to be, but what my colleagues who cover law enforcement are told is that it does appear that he could face federal hate crime charges. Now, we did hear from the top law enforcement in this country, the Attorney General Pam Bondi. She came down here earlier today. She did not have much to say when it came to the suspect's cooperation with law enforcement or anything about the investigation, but she did say that Rodriguez will be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. Another several questions that went unanswered that I put to the Israeli ambassador just moments ago were anything about writings, a manifesto, a screed of some kind that has been reported, any connections to activist or terrorist groups. On those counts, the Israeli ambassador did not have any answers. We do know, Christian, that this is a joint investigation domestically between the Metropolitan Police Department of Washington, D.C. and the FBI. Last night I was told by an Israeli official that the Israelis are also involved in helping out where they can. So we are expecting to see this suspect in court later today, and at some point understand better what the charges that he will be facing will be.
I mean, I'm just going to throw it out there. Assume also murder charges, but again, you'll tell us when you know. But look, I want to ask you about this and play a little bit of video. There was obviously eyewitnesses. Paige Siegel has shared over the phone what she saw. And of course, the sad irony was that it was an event that was actually meant to be trying to find solutions to some of the crises in Gaza and around. So listen to what she said.
What's really interesting is that the event was a panel about Israeli organizations, multi-faith organizations, and Palestinian organizations working together